I don't want a ghost version of me floating around here 100 years from now.
Yeah, yeah. When they did something on one of those Grammy shows where they had a hologram Michael Jackson, that turned a lot of people up. I didn't like it, because there's only one Michael. That thing don't have the spirit of Michael. They need to leave that alone. And when Drake did that diss record and used Tupac's vocals, a lot of people got turned off from that too.
Oh, his family was pissed off about that.
Yeah, everybody was. A lot of folks were pissed off on that.
And I'm going to tell you, dog, Tupac, I think people aren't even aware, Tupac got a lot of family members that's still here. Because I managed Glass Malone. I remember when he put out
Shout out
Tupac.
to Glass. That's my homie. That's the homie.
When he put out the Tupac Must Die record.
Yeah.
Whenever Glasses release a record, my dining room is like the war table, right? We'd come in there playing and stuff. Man, I remember the phone calls we was getting. Me and him was driving down the 105 freeway, dude. And Tupac's cousin called and was like, man, what the you know what I mean? But he hadn't listened to the record. He just saw, and that's why I told him I never liked the name of that record.
Right.
Because to me, it took away from the story. But
he was trying to be provocative.
Yeah, he was trying to be provocative. Right. But to the average person, all they see is Tupac Must Die. What the is he saying? He was talking about, from the mind of Orlando Anderson, right?
Yeah.
And it just kicked off a lot of stuff that I don't even know was worth doing. It kicked off a lot of stuff, man. Yeah. And I think the one thing that they would never be able to emulate with these AI or whatever, you go always have to have somebody writing.
Yeah, somebody has.
You go always have to have somebody writing, because I don't care what you say. Ain't no AI go spit no gangster shit better than Scarface or MC8 or Nas or whoever. It's not gonna be able to do it. But everything is turning real vanilla and saccharine right now. Yeah. I'm really worried about the culture right now. Even to the point, man, where do you think this comes from? To me, I call it the baby man syndrome, to where you got a whole bunch of cats now online from their 40s to their 50s, just acting like little kids, bro. And when I say acting like little kids, that's almost insulting our young generation. The kids are more mature. My kids never acted like none of these dudes today, man. Yeah. What can you attribute that to?
That, man, look, in the system of white supremacy, and Dr. Welsing talked about this, the white male is supposed to be on top. And if you don't challenge the white male, they put you in either one or two positions. You're going to have to be a grown boy, or you're going to have to be a male woman. You understand? So dudes either take one or two routes. They're going to be over feminized, or they're going to be ultra babyfied. That's what the movie Baby Boy was about. And in the movie Baby Boy, they had a Dr. Welsing quote in the beginning of the movie. The Jody character living with his mama, he's a big overgrown child because of arrested development. And that's a problem. That's why we always have to be in a position to say, hey, man, we got a problem with systematic racism. Let's not be ashamed of it. That's an issue. Let's deal with it, and let's acknowledge it.
Exactly. And I think right now, if you look at it, all that stuff seems to move the needle now.
Yeah.
Anything negative, if you go say something really positive and profound, it's gonna get buried. Nobody wants to hear it.
Yeah.
But if you saying something crazy and outlandish, oh man, this gonna break all kind of records.
Yeah. Man, look, when I did my books, The Art of Mackin', I was on MTV, VH1. They were trying to give me a show on NBC. They were trying to give me a late night show. That's why I was on, if you go Google, there's images of me. I was on Conan O'Brien, The Tonight Show. I did all that stuff because I was just doing relationship books from a kind of satirical standpoint. So that was non-threatening. When I started doing the Hidden Colors films, that's when I started getting negative press. When I said, hey, let me teach about Black history, all of a sudden, I'm a race baiter. I get all of these negative headlines. I'm getting visited by the FBI and all of this stuff.
The FBI came to see you?
Oh, many times. I can't even go to England. I'm banned from the UK because of my films.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm banned. I cannot go to the UK. I was going to go over there to have a film screening in the airport. They had to take me off they wouldn't let me on the plane, and they had phone calls going all over the place saying that I'm not allowed to go to the UK from the
Not
UK
because you got a criminal record or something like that.
Nothing.
Because of a book that you wrote.
But because of the movies, the Hidden Colors movies.
Oh, wow.
Because of those movies. They said that my presence is not conducive to the good of the society there. Basically, I might wake too many Black folks up. You start waking up Black folks, that's a problem. That's why, let's go back to the rap thing, NWA. When they were the police, they were getting the FBI letters. I talked to Greg Mack one time. He told me the FBI was up there at K-Day asking about Easy and those guys. When you're talking revolutionary and you're independent, that's a threat. You understand? That's why the music industry, they have to get control of independent artists and say, hey, no, we can't have you out here moving those records, saying what you want to say. Get us under you. Let us get you under our wing so we can control what you say and do.
Wow, man.
It's heavy.
With all the changes that we've had in America, things have gotten a lot better. You know, we've had some progress in this country.
Yeah, we've had to fight for it. We made it happen.
Do you ever see us getting reparations?
Absolutely. Because the thing is, man, they already have to spend the money that's used on reparations for defense, man. When they militarize the police, that's the reparations money right there. All they have to do is do the right thing. Look, man, they started militarizing the police after the Watts riots. After the Watts riots, they saw black folks was actually whooping ass in the 1960s. That's not talked about. Black folks, they'll show you some black folks getting beat on, but low-key, black people were bringing it to the damn police.
Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago.
Man, in Illinois, there's a town called Cairo, Illinois, man. They ran all the white people out that town in the 1960s.
I know our engineer probably here like, what the fuck, man?
Here's the white guy. Calm down.
You cool, you with us,
all right.
Man,
let me tell you.
He's sitting over there in the corner.
Listen, man.
I don't know. They probably picked the wrong guy to engineer this.
We're talking about Tupac. Man, listen to me, man. You had groups like the Black Liberation Army putting in work. That's where Tupac comes from. That's his stepdad, Mutulu Shakur. He was from the Black Liberation Army. They're the one broke Assata Shakur out of jail. That was Tupac's godmother. Tupac shot the cops, remember?
Yeah, he shot him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's when you saw his election kind of come. I'm going to tell you an interesting story, not to cut you off.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So Bobcat was one of the first producers in L.A. that really messed with Pac. You know, like really, you know, he did Strictly for My Niggas album. That's when Pac was kind of going on his own, not leaving Shock G, but kind of, you know, getting his own identity, right? Pac, that's the Tupac I love, the revolutionary that told black women how beautiful they was, but she had to turn around and shoot a cop in the ass because he think he out there with a brother. But he was a sponge. Yeah. Ultimately, you feel what I'm saying? And I just really think, man, we missing that in the community right now, man. Because we don't have no leadership no more, man. I always look at myself because if you look at Black America now, it's set up to where the young people hate him. Oh, 6-year-old ass now, you don't need to rap no more. Get out the way. That's the whole thing. It's this dynamic. Get out the way so I can make my way through instead of them coming to sit with this brother and say, hey, I want to be able to sustain a 30-year career like you did. Yeah. What can I do?
Yeah, you got, 60-year-old dudes trying to get record deals, and you got 50-year-old women trying to be video vixens now. They're trying to compete with the young girls now. So, right, we don't have that balance of leadership, of just adult supervision.
Gangster Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes. If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.